That was Palm Spring Workout by the DUM DUM Kids.
All right, so get ready for a deep dive into a world of musical mayhem with us today, folks.
Mayhem is right, and musical is debatable, depending on how you define music.
Well, that's what makes this deep dive so interesting. We're tackling the enigma that is DUM DUM Kids.
A band whose very existence seems to be an experiment gone gloriously wrong.
And believe me, their bio reads like a fever dream. You've got homemade amplifiers, electric shocks, and a hamster named Howard.
Ah, yes, Howard the hamster. An unexpected musical muse, wouldn't you say?
We'll get to Howard, I promise. That's a story in itself.
Oh, I'm waiting with bated breath.
But first, picture this. 3 guys, about as musically similar as, well, a symphony orchestra and a pack of rabid badgers.
And somehow those disparate sounds come together to form, well, DUM DUM Kids.
Exactly. You've got Mitch Marlowe, our resident sonic architect.
A man who, according to the bio, prefers the company of a collection of testicles to a proper band.
Charming. Then there's Dietrich Lawrence, the sound scientist with an autistic bent, more at home in a lab than on stage.
And then there's the wild card, Eddie Jemison, the unpredictable ingredient in this sonic stew.
And together they form DUM Kids. Now, how did this trio of, shall we say, unique individuals find each other?
Well, it all started, as these things often do, with a healthy dose of chaos and a dash of hamster-induced inspiration.
Ah, yes, the infamous hamster wheel incident. This is where it all began, folks, so buckle up.
It's a story that makes you wonder about the strange and wonderful ways the creative process can unfold.
And trust me, with DUM DUM Kids, strange and wonderful is just the tip of the iceberg. So we've got our 3 unlikely heroes brought together by fate, a shared love of sonic experimentation, and a whole lot of electricity.
Oh yeah, we can't forget about the electricity. The bio makes it sound like this hamster wheel incident wasn't just a musical mishap, but some kind of electrifying, mind-melding experience.
Right. They're talking about a triangular current passing between them, a sudden merging of their creative consciousness.
It's enough to make you wonder if their homemade amplifier doubled as a portal to another dimension.
A dimension fueled by sugar and questionable wiring, apparently. But hey, whatever works, right? Because in that moment, DUM DUM Kids was born.
And what better way to solidify their newfound bond than with a shared DUM DUM lollipop?
Ah, yes, the legendary lollipop that lent its name to the most ridiculously named band in history, DUM DUM Kids.
You have to admit, it's catchy, and it perfectly encapsulates their whole vibe, you know? Playful, a little nonsensical, impossible to forget.
I mean, can you imagine the record executives' faces when this trio walked in, DUM DUM lollipop in hand, and declared their band name?
I'd pay good money to have seen that meeting. Although, knowing DUM DUM Kids, they probably barged into the wrong boardroom and thought the potted plant was the CEO.
Okay, that tracks. But the name, ridiculous as it is, stuck. But what about the music itself? How do you even begin to describe the sounds coming from this band?
Well, the bio uses terms like harmonies untethered and delivered from the muses with electric forceps, so there's that.
Right, because melodic and catchy just wouldn't cut it for DUM DUM Kids, would it?
Not in the slightest. It's like they're trying to break free from the confines of traditional music altogether.
And in the process, they might just redefine what it means to be a band.
That's the beauty of it, isn't it? This glorious, chaotic collision of sound and absurdity. It's like they're asking, what happens when you throw out the rule book and just let the music happen?
And the answer, my friends, is DUM DUM Kids. So they're redefining music, embracing the chaos, and somehow people are listening.
More than listening, they're joining the sonic parade. The bio mentions dedicated fans, folks who get the DUM DUM Kids vibe.
There's an undeniable energy to their music.
Yeah.
A raw, unfiltered expression that's both chaotic and captivating. It's like they tapped into something primal, a need to break free from the constraints of everyday life and embrace the absurd.
And there's their fan base, the Panickers. They seem to embody that same spirit of embracing the unexpected.
Absolutely. The Panickers are a passionate bunch, drawn to the DUM DUM Kids' unique brand of sonic mayhem. They understand the humor, the irony, and the underlying intelligence behind the seemingly chaotic sounds. It's like a secret society built on the shared experience of panicking responsibly.
Panicking responsibly. It's a brilliant motto, and it perfectly captures the delicate balance they struck between chaos and control.
Fair point, I suppose. But it's still wild to think that a band born from a hamster wheel mishap and named after a lollipop could find an audience.
But isn't that the magic of music? It has this uncanny ability to connect with us on a primal level, even when it defies logic and explanation.
So we're talking about a purely visceral experience then, No need to overthink it. Just let the sonic waves wash over you.
Exactly. It's like those abstract paintings that everyone argues about. Is it genius? Is it a child's finger painting?
Who knows? But it makes you feel something, right? And maybe that's enough.
And with Dum Dum Kids, that something might be a mix of bewilderment, amusement, and the nagging suspicion that you stumbled into an alternate reality.
A reality where a band's bio reads like a prank call to a music critic, and their idea of a good time is a dead show for an audience of corpses.
Well, you have to admire their commitment to the bit. And let's be honest, a little absurdity in the music scene is never a bad thing.
That's for sure. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the wonderfully strange world of Dum Dum Kids, I'm left with more questions than answers. Is their music genius or gibberish? Is there a method to their madness, or are they just three guys with a knack for sonic chaos?
I suppose it's up to each listener to decide. But one thing's for sure. Dum Dum Kids is a band you won't soon forget, whether you love them or you're left utterly perplexed.
And on that note, we'll leave you with this thought. In a world saturated with the familiar, is it even possible to create something truly original? Or are we all just rearranging the pieces, hoping to stumble upon a new sound, a new feeling, a new way to experience the world through music?
Think about it. Give Dum Dum Kids a listen if you dare, and let us know what you think. This has been The Deep Dive, reminding you to always keep your ears open and your minds even more so. And on that note, we'll leave you with DDK's timely and provocative track, The Fifth. Until next time.
He looked to the sky and said with a sigh, Lord, I'm coming in. And everybody cried when the elephant died, but nobody did a thing. The alligator cried. And Peter was there when they cut off his hair and nailed him to a frame. They said, you know him. He said, I know nothing. And the rooster crowed again. When the winds start to shift, baby, don't move an inch. When the thunder starts to rip, everybody takes the fifth. Don't take the fifth. President Jump, he went to the dump to have himself a little fun. Stuck in his thumb and pulled out a gun and waited for the rats to come. When the winds start to shift, baby, don't move an inch. When the thunder starts to rip, baby, don't take the fifth. Don't take the fifth. Nothing here is certain, certainly not the truth. The future is unwritten, baby, that's up to you.